I'm somewhere in Wales at the moment. Kind of drove up here, got here like pretty late last night. Beautiful spot though. And yeah, I just found my way into these woods. So that's where I'm going. I'm going to head off into these woods. And I've got kind of a bit of an obstacle. It's a bit wide. I can get across it. There's a bit of an obstacle here. Yeah. And that's what often I deal with, obstacles. Bluebells growing here as well. A bit soft, aren't I, really? And I am. I'm not a big hard bloke, me. I know a lot of people think, oh yeah, you do this and you do that and you've took this on and you've took that on, but no, I was talking to a friend the other day and about this guy who does a recovery thing and motivational speech and stuff, and he was saying to me that love is built upon the energy and time you put into something, and I'm totally kind of not getting that, mate. Not getting it. Energy is abundant and time is a constant. So how do you put something, how does that all stack up? Just don't work for me. I'm not saying it don't work for others. And look, I've never been here before, and I just said sometimes you've just got to look and you get around the obstacle. Look at that. You know? That easy. So here we go. I have overcome the obstacle. Now I've got a choice. I'm going to go this way. So yeah. When we do things in life, of course, yeah, we do expend as our energy, and we do. It just takes time. Like me walking through these woods with only 33% battery life. You know. And coming across other obstacles. Now, is that an obstacle or is that a gate? I don't know. I want to go inward. I want to go that way. I want to go that way. That is a gate, but I'm going to go this way. Okay. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about, really. Not having to be such an hard guy. Being a soft fruit. It's alright to be a soft fruit. It really is. Good morning. See, sheep agrees. So, yeah, but you know, it doesn't mean you can't overcome your obstacles. Sometimes you might have to go that little bit further, but being yourself, like I say, knowing yourself, being honest with yourself, it's more important, or it is to me. That's what's more important. That's what works for me. Alright, because if I can accept when I've made mistakes, excuse me, I'm looking at a fence there, if I can accept when I've made mistakes, then I can correct them mistakes. If I walk about with my finger, you know, in blame, pointing at other people and saying they did it and they did it, I never recognise that in myself. Never going to recognise it. So yeah, it's important for me to be honest with myself so I can overcome my obstacles, see the mistakes that I've made in life. And this is kind of what it's about, this today, is recognising that I'm a soft fruit. I'm a soft fruit. And that it's important. What I think of me is important. What other people think of me isn't as important. I don't have to please other people. I've just got to be honest and truthful. And I think that kind of shines through. That's what I think. It shines through. It looks like the path just leads straight into the fence here. I'm kind of hoping it does. If not, that's weird, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I'm gonna transfer, I'm gonna get over the fence somewhere. I'm gonna get over the fence. Okay, what are you doing there, you see? It's like a big woodlands. That's what I'm trying to do. So I just got to backtrack a bit. Backtrack a little bit. And again, this is a perfect example. Sometimes you got to backtrack a bit. You don't always get it right at first time. Yeah, sometimes there isn't a gate, and you've got to just hop over the fence, and then you get where you want to be. Oh, maybe not where you want to be. It's a big road here, obviously. Vehicles come through here. Feel like I'm in the real woods now. The real woods. Right, so being yourself, being honest with yourself, and self-acceptance. For me, when I've had hard times and things have been difficult, and excuse me, again, there's so much going on here. There's obviously so much being made here. Not quite sure what that's all about. But these have been stacked up. Maybe it's wildlife. Oh, excuse me. Maybe it's wildlife. That's obviously been constructed. There's another one here. It's all been piled around the tree. And then another one here. Almost like it's, you know, like a summer camp thing where people are making a shelter. Maybe it is. Maybe they do that kind of stuff here in these woods. They do look like they're making rudimentary shelters in there. Oh, okay, I just kind of drifted me off. Excuse me, folks. I am trying to get this video together and share this beautiful bit of woodland with you at the same time, sharing my experiences. So yeah, overcoming them obstacles, being honest with myself, being truthful with myself, and self-acceptance. You know, accepting that I'm not a big tough bloke, that I do have frailties, you know, I do have emotions, I do have kind of what some people would call weaknesses, but they become your strengths. That's the truth of it. Oh, it's a bit warm. They become your strengths. The mistakes become the stepping stones to success. I've lived that. A lot of people are like, oh well, you know, when have you made a mistake? Loads. That's working in research in Spain for such a long time. You know, I've made loads of mistakes. It's just you don't get on and go, I've made another mistake today. Nobody's interested. I mean, they should be. You know, because if we all shared as mistakes, then there'd be less mistakes made, because we'd all know. You know, don't put that in with that, because it don't work. There's a lot of secrecy goes on with the so-called negative in life, but all those little, as I say, mistakes they lead up to, they're the stepping stones for success. Brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant. All these little stepping stones. So yeah, a bit of a ramble, I suppose. A bit of a ramble. But I do get it is important. It's really important, especially if we're going through stuff on a personal level, or, you know, collective level. Any level, really. If you're going through something, if you've got obstacles, if things in your life aren't going just as you planned, you know, your karma turns into dharma. It's staying in that karmatic flow, staying on that side of it, staying positive, not allowing the lumps and the bumps to stop you. Just got to keep putting one foot after the other, one breath after the next breath, and that's what propels us through in life. That's the truth of it, you know. Just one breath leads us to the next breath. Good to be out here. Really is good to be out here. So yeah, I don't subscribe to the point of view or what I know to be gladio effect. And that's the more time and energy we put into something, the more we defend it. Because we live in a world of abuse. That's where we are, that's the truth of it. People think they can lie and cheat and steal and be horrible to other people. And it's often guys like me who get bruised. Get bruised because, you know, I'm a bit of a soft fruit. I am a bit of a soft fruit. Okay, until you're ripe, you know, until you're ripe, you don't bruise easy. But once you're ripe, then you bruise easy, real easy. So, yeah, I don't subscribe to a lot of what's being put out about recovery. I don't subscribe to you never do recovery and you're always in recovery. No, I truly believe there's total and absolute cure. That recovery is the stepping stones. You know, let's add a 13th step. Finished. You know, without death. You know, let's not hand over responsibility to whoever, God, mythical sky fairy, you know, the elven people who live in the woods. Let's not do that. Let's take back responsibility. You know, let's own the situation. You know, let's not point the finger in blame. Let's be honest. Because honesty are the stepping stones. You know, you've got to be honest. Oh, I made a mistake. Otherwise you're never going to get it. You're never going to correct it. You know, do things in our past affect us right now? Of course they do. Of course they do. But do they rule us? Shouldn't do. They shouldn't do. Oh, God, I've got a choice again here. Look, I've got a choice. What shall I do? Shall I go down or shall I go up? Oh. I'm gonna go up. Let's go up. Let's go up. So yeah, again, stepping stones. Stepping stones. Recognition. Acknowledgement. Truth to self. It's kind of got to be done. Really got to be done. Oh. What a beautiful part of the world I managed to find here. And I didn't realise it was bank holiday. I tried to get away most weekends now. Tried to get away, most of them. And yeah, I didn't realise it was a bank holiday, and I like to book somewhere. Oh, I've got the camper, so I can kind of wild camp. I can just park on the car park and sleep and stuff like that. But you do get noticed. You know, knocking on the van at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, anyone's got a camper van must be rich. What? Misconceptions, you see, again, misconceptions of people. So I do like to get onto a site, an official site, which, yeah, alright, cost me 20 bucks, 25, maybe 30 bucks a night to park in the field. But it gives me just that little bit of sense of security. Because I'm a soft fruit, you see. I'm not an hard nut, I'm a soft fruit. And in recognising that in myself, you know, I'm okay. I am okay. It doesn't mean it's bad, right, to know that where I am in these things. It's good, it's positive. It really is. So yeah, my whole aim here with this is to open up doors, not close them. It's to see things blossom, not stifle. Wow, it's kind of like the path's turned into a bit of a river now. And it's alright to get lost in the woods as long as you're not a kid. You know, I can get lost in the woods, find my way back. So yeah, I say so yeah a lot, don't I? I notice that as well. When I'm thinking, it's like, just let me show you this. Like the path has become the stream as well. It's beautiful, beautiful. And it brings me back to that sometimes the path isn't as clean and as easy to traverse. Sometimes it's a bit tricky. So yeah, quite a few of you know me, and know me for a while, and you know that I speak is pretty truthful. I'm not afraid of changing my mind or my mindset. But I'd be a liar if I didn't mention the amount of fear that's about, and how fear makes people react and act in certain ways. Yeah, It really does. And that truth always prevails. Maybe not justice, you might not find justice. You may not, especially in a court of law. You know, can you hear the twist on words? But truth will prevail. It always does prevail if people are truthful. And a lot of people have issues with banks. And I find banks, I've never had a problem with a bank, mate. Although, yeah, they rob, cheat and steal. You know where you stand with them. And when you know where you stand, then you can work with it. You can work with it. Even if you're not for it. Maybe you might be against it. And as I am, I don't agree with the way the banks do things. But I know how they do things. They're not going to change. So I can work with it. Governments, how the governments are, how laws are. Like I say, might not be very just. I mean, look at the cannabis laws. For instance, they're not very just, are they? But, you know where you are, so you can work with it. Might make it difficult. I've wandered into these woods now proper. Might make it difficult. It does make it difficult. But that doesn't mean it isn't doable. So sometimes people appear to be making things really difficult. Governments. That river's down there, I can hear it. I'm going to go towards that river. Although I think it's the wrong way. I'm going to go the wrong way. Follow that river down. So yeah, governments, people, society, as I mentioned earlier, the Gladio effect. People have put that much time and energy into something and they now believe that it doesn't matter, they'll give their lives for it. You know, that's how far Gladio goes. Whether it's true or not, you know, it doesn't matter anymore. Aquaponics is something I was mentioning the other day, and that is a way that should be implemented into farming now. On all levels, that should be implemented, but it isn't, because they put that much time and energy into conventional farming. They find it as it's a threat. It becomes a threat. Oh, I've come round the full circle. Keep that stream again, please. I'll let the water guide me. Walk back down this river now. So yeah, it becomes a threat to people. They don't see it as a stepping stone. They try to, take it on. They get into conflict with things, start putting things down, make up lies. And again, cannabis is a brilliant thing to look at there. And the amount of lies that have been made up about it and so forth, to control the mindset. And now the people have put so much time and effort into that. You know, that it's illegal, it's bad, it's the work of the devil, and this, that and the other, you know, it's all. And that's the Gladio, that's the effect. Now it's going to take all them people to accept that they were misled, and that time and energy they've put in is not wasted. It's not wasted, because time is a constant. You can't meet time in your future. You can't go backwards to your time in your past. It's constantly with you. And energy is abundant. There are no more social dramas I see, and people are just passing around energy from one to another in the control dramas. And again, this is something I see happening in so many so-called recovery groups and rooms. I'm not knocking them, you know, there's some crackers out there. But a lot of them are just pushing around that energy. They're not actually dealing with it. They're not actually doing it. And I think that's where we should be. No, I don't think. I know that's where you should be. Yeah. Mental health is not, like I say, it's mental wealth. It really is. They make money out of it. They make a fortune out of it, and there's no evidence that they've cured anybody. Support, connection, honesty and truth, they do cure people. They do. There's no, like I say, there's no hard evidence. Not like I say, I'll get back to cannabis again. I mentioned cannabis, and just get me right, I don't use any at all now. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke tobacco anymore. I've kind of gone on my health trip again. Or I had things that were stressing me out that much in life. I needed stuff. And now I've got rid of the stressful things in my life. Then I don't need it. It's pretty much that simple. I don't need it. It's a cause and effect, you see. So by being honest with myself, Even though I thought I really loved and I cared about those things and they were very important to me, once I've relinquished them and gone, once I've done that, then, hey, I don't need to have things to de-stress me. You know, once I recognise that what path I'm on is the path of truth, really is, for me, my truth, for me, and that's based upon the experience, not some mumbo jumbo out of a book, not a better idea that you've picked up from someone else. These need to be applied to yourself. That's what's needed. They need to be applied. And that's what I'm doing. I'm applying these things to my daily life. Each day I wake up, I feel a bit better about myself. I used to feel worse. I feel better about myself. Now, does that mean like, you know, I've got to be in a position of I'm changing course again. I don't know if I should. I'm going to stay on the path. I'm going to stay on the path, brothers and sisters. I'm going to stay on the path. Okay, that's the one I've been walking down there. It's a little one here off to my side, but no, I'm going to stay on this biggie. So yeah, does that mean when I'm getting up each morning, you know, I've had to feel bad to feel good? No. You know, you can let positive steps, right, lead you into nirvana. Into nirvana. And of course, sometimes we've got to get rid of those things that are resisting us in being ourselves and being truthful to ourselves and honest to it and honourable to the self, recognising the self. It's not that you've become totally selfish. In fact, it's the opposite. Once you get right, and I'm not there yet, I'm still getting there, you know, I'm still progressing with this. God, I know why I come here now, I know why I come here. I know why I come here. Found what I've been looking for in the woods. So I know I've got work to do, like I think many more people have got work to do. But I won't put that on them. I know there's guys out there and girls out there who have got themselves completely sorted and they're alright now. But we live in that world. We live in that world of torment and trouble. So yeah, by being honest and being truthful and not being afraid to go out into the woods and find it, then you might just find it. Check that out. Be that child. Be that child with it. Oh, careful what you're doing as well. Oh, check that out. So it's okay. I think so. It's okay to come into the woods, into a place you don't know, and find it swinging a train. And that... Perhaps I need to learn how to dismount. It definitely is better than that one. And that's where that world leads us. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, well, the path. It led me to a bit of fun there anyway. Perhaps I want to do some more of that. I want to do some more of that. I do. So yeah, being honest with myself, removing those things in my life which are stressful, which are counterproductive, yeah, has helped me massively. It really has. It really has. And in fact, I wouldn't have been able to get where I am if I would have continued to have things in my life which were counterproductive. That's why, the main reason why I don't use tobacco or cannabis or any kind of substance anymore. And I've been free of all mental health for, it's 15 years, it's longer. I get that, I made a mistake with the calculation. I was telling people it was 13 years, but it's a bit longer than that. And I wouldn't have doctors now, UK doctors, supporting what I've done, agreeing with me that there should be diagnosis before medication. You know, so they have moved on. There might be one or two folks, there might not be loads of people in the conventional health service who get how important it is, but they are there and it is growing, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I really do. I really do. So I'm going to have to cut this short because my battery light's flashing now. And I've probably just rambled. I hope my ramble has kind of like triggered a few things for a few people. Kind of come around a full circle now. I don't know, I kind of came. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I've done this. I really don't know. I'm right where I started, which is really weird. So yeah, I hope it has triggers a few positive things for people, and that you can step on that positive path, that you can see that by being honest and honourable with yourself and removing the stressful things out of your life and replacing them with, even on a small scale, you know, you don't need, it's beneficial. It's beneficial not just to you, but to everything as a greater whole. Even mother and sheep, lamb. Mother and lamb. Good morning. Hello. Straight in it, like they know. Turned around and nodded at me and went, "You're alright, mate, good morning." Let's see if I can get over here without spiking my testicle. Oh, spiking myself. Right, there we go. It's alright, yeah. I hope it has. Like I say, I don't hope it has. I know it has. I know there's one or two people, you know, who may listen and watch this video. And thanks go. I should thank you all first, really. The people who are now in Patreon and have started to support the ideology of that City TV. It's a dream, I suppose. I'm not sure where that goes. I'll be honest. I'm not sure where it goes. But this is why I'm doing this. This is why I come out and I do this. Did do this morning for you people who support it, you know, the few, and I reckon if we stick at it, the few become the many. They do. Will they steal as work and present it as their own? I hope so. I hope so. They have before, haven't they? So I'm going to go back now. I'm going to get myself some breakfast. I'm going to put my teeth in. Got teeth now, you know. And I'm going to go and be respectable amongst the respectable people. Find out where I am. I don't know where I am. All I can tell you is I'm in Wales. And I'm not too far away from the sea. Because it's actually... Oh, I can't see it. I thought I was going to break out, but oh yeah, you can let me go in. So just then I'll get on. I've got this corner here. I don't know if you can see that. Cardigan Bay. I'm just off Cardigan Bay. I used to, just over in the distance, I used to have a boat over on Shell Island, so I'm not too far away from Shell Island. That's where I am currently. Alright folks, thanks to the crew, thanks to people who are going to put this video and put it up for me. Thanks to the Patreons, and thanks to anybody who likes it, watches it, shares it, or passes it on to someone else. Remember, your stepping stones are your experience which will lead you to your success. Okay? You're not being selfish. When you get right, you're helping everyone. Not just you, it helps everyone. You've got to be right. Each one of us, one step at a time. You're the step, I'm a step. Okay? Love you all for being you. Catch you later.